Welcome to True Tall Tales, when reality is stranger than fiction. My name is Sunny Boy, and welcome to another episode of True Tall Tales. A lot of my listeners recently have loved me calling friends that I know or random people and listening to our conversations of topics where they are now my co-hosts. We have an amazing British girl who's a very dear friend of mine who lives in Sydney. Her name is Amy. You might remember her from a past episode that we did with her where she went to Bali for her first time, and when she got there she didn't realize that the people she was meeting up with, she went with them and saved king cobras. Was that correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like rescued king cobras.
Yeah, rescued king cobras. She thought she was going there for Bali, margaritas, cocktails, but when she got there she was actually rescuing king cobras. So if you haven't listened to that past episode, listen to it because she had a great adventure, and this podcast is about True Tall Tales and she had an amazing one. But for today's show, she's actually just going to be my co-host and listen to True Tall Tales I have for her that she doesn't know, because she knows I'm a storyteller and she misses my stories. I miss her and she misses me. Hello, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
That's okay.
I'm a little bit... I'm a little bit nervous. I'm so intrigued at what these stories are going to be.
Okay, no, that's okay.
It could be anything. It could be anything.
Come on, how long have you known me for? You love my story.
I know. No, I know. I'm excited. I'm intrigued. I know it could be literally anything.
Okay, so what do you want to go straight into? Do you want to go straight into the hostel story, or do you want to go straight into Dr. Maddison?
I think let's do hostel, and we'll save Madison for last.
Madison for last. Okay, we'll save Madison for last because I have a topic about that, because you know Dr. Madison and it's such a funny story. But we won't go into this one too much because it was a past episode and my listeners have heard this episode, but you haven't yet. Okay. So it's good to get your point of view. But let's cut the story short. I was talking to you earlier today about how I've moved to a new area, and I do miss Sydney and I miss my friends, including you. And moving to a new area when you don't, I've moved here for work, when you don't know anyone, as an adult as well, it's actually, and if you don't work in hospo or anything like that, it's hard to make new friends if you don't know.
It is hard.
Yeah, you moved all the way from the UK and to Australia, so you know what it's like. But you worked in hospo, so you have a million friends, right?
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
easier.
So you make friends with doing hospos, so it's easy. Yeah.
So as you know, I've turned into a gym junkie where I am. I go to the gym 5 days a week. I go to the infrared sauna 4 days a week. I go to yoga 4 days a week. So I'm good. It's the healthiest I've been. My listeners have heard this. But how it integrates you is that I think I told you earlier today, I made my first friend here at my gym, and it was a guy that was sitting in the infrared sauna. It only fits 2 people, and he was falling asleep. And then started talking, and like as you do, because you can only fit 2 people in there. And he's like, "Oh, I'm like, where are you from?" He's like, "Oh, I've moved here for work." I'm like, "Same." And he was only up where I'm here for 3 months, and I was like, "Where are you from?" He's like, "Sydney." I was like, "Oh my God, I'm from Sydney as well." So that was the connection and stuff.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Oh, it's good here. Everyone's healthy." So he was obviously working out, and I was like, "Oh, you should come to yoga." And he's like, "Oh, is it free here?" And I said, "Yeah, yoga's for free." So just a passing comment. And then the following week, I go every Monday night and stuff. He turned up to yoga. I was like, "Hey, what's up, bro?" Like it was just nice just to have a familiar friend, if that makes not a friend, a familiar face of someone.
Yeah, face, yeah.
And you know me, I love talking, so it's just nice just to talk to someone. And so to cut the story short, because I've already done an episode about this, because it's good for any of the listeners, because it does involve Amy. So the week after, he went to yoga, and then I said, "Oh, let's go for steak for protein, blah, blah." And he ended up adding me on Instagram. So he added me on Instagram, and I didn't see him the following week to the second time he went to the gym. And we started talking about protein and steak. That's how the conversation started. And he's like, "Oh, I love chicken." I was like, "No way, I love chicken." Like chicken, who doesn't love chicken, right?
Exactly,
But the story led into Sydney, and I was like, "Oh, I just got back from Sydney 3 weeks ago. I emceed a wing eating competition." He's like, "No way, where at?" Yeah, and I was like, at Wing Boy in Sydney. It's an amazing place, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, "Oh no, it is you." And I was like, "Wait, what?" He's like,
"Wait, what?"
It's like when I added you on Instagram, I realized that when I added you on Instagram, I realized it was you, but I didn't know if it was you. And I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, I was in that competition, but me and my friends rocked up late. So we got disqualified and they didn't let us in. I'm like, wait,
Oh my
you were
God.
in the competition that I was
Yes.
emceeing? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, are you fucking serious? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, dude, like, and when like
Small
now,
fucking world. What the
small world,
hell?
like, what are the odds that you're in an
Literally.
infrared sauna in the place
Sauna
that
with
I'm
someone
living
that,
in now? Not even in
yes.
Sydney. I'm in a complete different state. And we, started chatting, like, started becoming gym mates and stuff. And he happened to be the person that was at that wing eating competition, that was in the
Yeah.
competition, that got
And like
disqualified.
there wasn't even like heaps of people in the competition either. Like it was
Exactly. It was
like
like
10 people. So like
4
literally
teams or
like,
something. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And then I actually said to him, like, no way. Like, I remember when you guys rocked up and I was
But I
calling out
remember,
the
yeah, I
name.
remember when they rocked up as well. Like, because I was the one that was like dealing with all the participants and giving them their name badges and stuff. So,
Correct.
yeah, they literally rocked up like as we were starting. Like, you were just about to MC, and they rocked up, and we were like, dude, like we've already filled the place. Like now, like it's like you can join in later.
Yeah. So, and I didn't know that, right? Because like I was just emceeing, so I
But
didn't know who it was.
yeah, you were like in the middle doing your thing, right? This is like on the edge. So
So
yeah,
the
you wouldn't
weirdest thing,
you wouldn't have known at all.
no, I didn't. So the weirdest thing is when I said his name, which I won't say his name just for privacy, there was
Mm.
2 people with that name. So when I yelled out his name, he goes, "Yeah, that's me." But he wasn't sitting with the contestants. He was he was standing in the audience. I'm like, "Wait, what
And
are you doing?"
yeah,
He's like,
yeah.
"Oh, wait, apparently they won't let us in because we're too late." So I actually had a conversation with him on the microphone through the audience of that, and that
Ah,
was
did
him.
okay, yeah.
But don't remember what he looked like. And now it's that person weeks later that was in the sauna at my
That's
gym.
so crazy.
What are the odds on that,
That's
right?
so mad.
But that's such a typical thing. How long have you known me? That would happen to me, right? Like
Oh,
almost.
only you as well, like
I
literally only
know.
you.
So, cut the story short, we, became mates. He didn't really know anyone. I didn't know anyone. So yeah, hanging out, like,
Mm.
gym, outside of gym, et cetera, et cetera. We saw the Brad Pitt movie, F1 Formula. Have you seen it yet? It's amazing, by the way.
No, I haven't.
You should
No.
go. No, I know it sounds like you won't like it, but it is a good film. Anyway,
Okay.
cut.
All right. I trust you.
So then when we were at the pub, he was like obviously becoming mates. So he just telling stories. So he's like, "Oh, I've got a story for you. I just got back from Vietnam." And it wasn't him. He's like, "Oh, my mate." So this is a past episode, but obviously you don't know, but I want to get your
Hmm.
view on it. So he was
Yeah.
telling me, I was like, "Go on, hit me. I've got so many good stories and stuff." And I told my story about how like something what happened in Canada and stuff. Anyway,
Hmm.
so his mate
I feel like
was,
we all have a good hostel story as
oh
well. Like
yeah, oh yeah.
you haven't traveled or stayed in a hostel if you don't have a fucked up hostel story.
Oh, that is so true. I have a fucked up hostel story as well, which I don't think I've told you. But
Oh,
so
okay.
I was like, "Go on, tell me your story, buddy. Tell me your story." And he's like, "Oh, like so it wasn't him. His mate was in, okay, I
Hmm.
don't know if it was Thailand or Vietnam. I don't know. I think it was Thailand.
Okay. Yeah.
And his mate and his other mate was in a hostel, and his mate was sleeping on the bottom bunk bed in the hostel. And
Hmm.
then his other mate was on the other bed against the window of the hostel, if that makes sense, to paint a
Yeah.
picture for you and for the
Yeah.
listeners.
I got it. I got
Yeah.
it.
And his mate woke up in the middle of the night, and because I had a big night of drinking, so his mate's passed out. He's woke up wanting water, and he heard like slurping noises, like
Okay.
that. So he's like,
Could be
what the
one of
fuck?
many things.
Yeah, like what the fuck is that noise? Like licking and like kind of like, you know what I mean? Anyway, so he
Yep.
turns on the light. As he turns on the light, he looks over to his mate who's passed out, arm off the bed, and his jeans are halfway down.
Mm.
Amy, I kid
Oh
you not.
no. Oh no.
Do you know what?
I don't tell me where this is
Okay,
going.
there was a there was a
Okay, good.
there was a monkey
No.
sitting on top of his mate with his mate's dick in the monkey's mouth, and the monkey was sucking his friend's dick, right?
No, that's not
It's
true,
true. No,
bro.
and I said the
Fuck
same thing,
off.
bro. I was at the pub yelling like, "Fuck off! That's not true. Are you serious?" Blah blah blah.
What the fuck?
Anyway, so he was like, so the mate that woke up and saw it froze, because you've got to see it all. First of all, when do you ever
Bro, you
wake
would
up?
also like when you're like, especially like that like hungover or still probably drunk as well. You're like,
Correct.
what?
Like
Like, is this
waking up, like,
happening?
what is this? I'm seeing my mate's dick hard. Like, that's fucking weird. B, there's a monkey. When have I ever seen a monkey like 2 meters across from me in a room? That would be actually scary. And then
Yeah. How the
C,
fuck did the monkey get in there?
it climbed through the window. It
Oh
climbed
my
through the window. I
gosh.
seen, and I'll get to that in a bit in a second.
Yeah.
So the mate woke up, sees his mate passed out, a monkey on top of him, and the monkey's got his mate's dick in his mouth, sucking it, right? So you've got to see it from that guy's point of view.
Yeah, you'd be like,
What
what
would
the
you do in
actual
that situation? Because if that was me, I would freeze. I've never seen a monkey that close before. Why
Yeah.
is there a monkey sucking my friend's dick? What do I do right now? Now, we all know that story about the lady who owed the monkey in America and, for years, and it was her friend, and then it ripped off her face. Have you seen
Yeah,
that?
yeah,
Yeah.
I do. Yeah, I've
So
seen that before.
everyone knows that story. So
Mhm.
everyone that's heard this story that I've told my friends about and on the podcast and now you, what would you do in the situation if you were the friend waking up? You wouldn't scare the monkey because what if it rips your
Nah,
friend's
like,
dick
yeah,
off?
I don't
Like,
even think I'd think about that. Like, I don't even yeah, true, actually.
you
Yeah.
wouldn't run out of the room because you'd scared the monkey would get scared and come and start attacking you. Like, do you get what I mean?
There's so many variables of what could fucking happen.
There's
Yeah,
so many variables. So, you know what he did? He took out his
tell me.
phone and videoed it and took a photo, right? As you do,
Yeah,
which
fair enough.
I think I
That's
would
hilarious.
I think I would do the same thing as well because no one
You
would
would
ever
need
believe
video
you.
evidence. Yeah, you would need video
100%.
evidence.
You
Wait,
would
have you seen the video?
I've seen the photo. So
Oh my gosh.
my mate, the one from the
Yeah,
wing
yeah,
boy
from the gym.
competition, yeah, that's
Yeah.
from the gym. He showed me the photo, and I didn't expect him to have a photo, and I was so nervous to see it. I was like, I'm so nervous to see this. I don't know if I want to see this. And I'm like, all right, show me,
Yeah.
show me, show me. And then I like looked at it. I was like, okay. And I was like, oh my god, so everything he described is exactly like
See, like what it was.
the
Yeah.
7-Eleven lights really bright. His mate was so passed out. Blah blah blah. Now, in this situation, would you rather be the guy that was passed out, or would you rather be the guy that woke up?
Oh, 100% the guy that woke up. Yeah.
You'd rather be the
I
guy
don't
that
think
woke
yes, of course. I don't wanna be that person that's got video evidence of them, of a monkey
licking you out.
licking me out. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, of course I'd rather be the person that woke up. And that's also hilarious. Like, I'd find that so funny to see that. And I'd
But
be so embarrassed if I was the other guy. So yeah, I
imagine
think I'd
you
be
seeing that. Don't you think you would be distraught and you would need like counseling after that to see that? Like that's actually really fucked up the more you think about it.
I
Like
don't think it would be that bad. I think it would be it's a fucking story to tell.
Amy, you
Um
saying that if you
but
woke up and
you're saying that you would rather the
no, no,
monkey
no.
just sucking on
No,
your
no, no.
dick,
I haven't
so come
said
on.
what I said, but I'm just saying
Okay,
from
yeah.
two point of view. I'm just
Yeah.
saying if
Yeah, yeah,
if
yeah.
you and your best friend were at a hostel and you seen your friend, you woke up and you're seeing a monkey licking out your friend on the bed, you can't say you would be distraught from that. That would actually be the most fucked up thing to see in your life, I reckon. Like that's
Yeah,
bestiality.
it's fucked up. Yeah, it's so fucked up.
So
But
obviously,
no, but like also like it's not like the guy is not doing anything wrong. Like he's fucked, you know. Like if it was if I saw my friend doing something weird, then I'd be more scared. But it's not her fault. It's not his fault, you
I
know.
know what you mean. If you
That's what I
saw
mean.
your friend and she was awake and enjoying it, then there's an
Yeah,
issue.
then I'd be fucking scared for life.
Because
I'd be like I couldn't talk about it. I don't think
no,
I'd
you
ever
couldn't even you
speak of
couldn't
it.
even speak to them again, could you?
Exactly. Yeah, I don't, I'd be like, yeah, I'm leaving now.
Would you
Like
tell
so.
anyone?
Oh, I'd 100% tell
No,
people.
because then it would ruin their life, and that was your best friend. Do you know what I mean? There's so many variables to this. Like,
I would definitely tell people. They don't need to know who it was, but I'd definitely fucking I'd be telling you the story, of course.
that is so true.
Oh my
So
god.
then I said to my mate, but like, what? Like, why is this monkey doing it? And he's like, oh, there was a lot of prostitutions in that area that where the
Hmm.
hostel was, so maybe the monkeys were like copying the prostitutes. A or B,
Right.
did some sick fucker train the monkeys to do that? Which is even worse because humans are fucked that way.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? And so that was
Wait,
another.
also, did he already have his pants down?
So
Like,
I seen the photo, obviously. So do you know when
uh,
so he had his jeans on with the belt, but they were like halfway down. So he's obviously tried to get them
yeah,
down in the middle of the night, but they didn't go. And
yeah, and then
the
how the boxers have like
yeah, so the
um,
monkeys climbed through the
the
window, got down, sat on top of him, and whipped it out, type of thing. Now,
oh my god.
so when I was talking in the past episode that I had this conversation with Tess from Canada,
Mm,
she
mm,
actually come up with a really good analogy for it. She thinks that it wasn't copying prostitutes. No one trained
yeah.
it as well. She thinks that the monkey climbed through the window, went in there, started snooping around. That dude had a dirty cheese dick,
Well,
hasn't
I
washed his
think
foreskin,
yeah.
and was
I
grooming
think
him.
yeah.
Like you know how monkeys like
Yeah.
cats like
I
lick
think so, but
themselves to
also like
clean.
animals have like like more sensitivity to smell. So like if that area smelled a little bit, it probably go like it's gonna hone in on that area. So I think definitely that.
Do you think
Yeah,
it was grooming it, like cleaning it?
yeah,
I hope
maybe
so.
or
I,
like
I hope so.
yeah,
I hope it's that one. Like,
I
And that
don't think someone would have trained. You know what it makes me think of? On the Hangover, the film, The Hangover.
yes, which one? One, two, or three?
Two, I think it's two. I don't know, with the
Yeah.
little Asian dude, and he's like the monkey's playing with his penis. It
Oh,
makes me think of that. Do you remember?
yeah, I do. The Asian guy.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah. I
yeah, that's what
remember.
it makes me think of.
Oh, so it's a thing? Is it a thing? A monkey's doing
Maybe,
that?
well, I don't know if that was just for the TV or if it's, I don't know, bro. I have no idea.
Right, right.
So, it's
So
not why I expected this story to go at all, by the way.
was it not worth it?
No, it was definitely worth it. I just, this is, yeah, I told you it could be anything. Like,
So do you think the guy
uh,
that it happened to that was past it, like he'd need counselling after that? I actually think if my mate told me that that happened to me, I don't think I'd want to see the photo, but then I would because
oh
I
no, I would be like, do not show me that. Like,
no, but you
I'm
wouldn't
like that
believe
on a
them,
normal.
Amy. Amy, you would
No,
not
I'm
believe
like
your
that.
friends.
Yeah, but I'm like that on a normal night out. If I go out and I get fucked, the next day I'm like, that was not me. Do not talk to me about anything I did or said. I don't want to see any evidence. So, I don't think I could see it. I'd be like, I believe you or I don't believe you. And that's it.
But
Like,
if
I
I
don't
was in
think
a
I could.
hostel with you and I told you that, and we were backpacking, and I told you that I woke up in the middle of the night and you'll pass out, and I woke up seeing a monkey like
Mm.
eating you out,
Well,
you would have, you wouldn't
it
believe me
would be
because
different if it's you because you bullshit all the
I
time.
do bullshit to
Like
you all
joke,
the
but you
time.
like don't
No,
bullshit
but
all the
you
time. So
know
I'd
when
be
I'm
like,
telling the
whatever.
truth. I'd be like, no, I'm telling
Yeah,
the
no,
truth.
no.
Then would
I'm
you
just
want to see the
yeah.
photo?
No, I don't think I could. I don't think I could see it still. I don't. Yeah, nah. I don't need to see that. Like that would scare me more. Like it's like that. If I didn't see it, it didn't happen, kind of thing. Like that naivety.
Yeah.
So I couldn't see it, make it real.
Oh, seeing the photo just
Mhm.
scarred me a little bit because I was just like, I just
I
can't get
really want
the
to see it though. Now I
image.
really
Maybe
want
I'll
to.
ask him to send me the photo.
Yes,
All right,
please,
I'll
please,
ask
please.
him.
I
I'll
have to
ask him
see
next
this.
time I
Yeah.
talk to him. He doesn't live here anymore, but I'll just message him. But like,
Yeah.
yeah, but is that weird? Hey, bro, can you send me the? No, it's not. I'll just tell him that he probably
No, just
doesn't.
fucking do it. Who
He
cares?
probably doesn't know it's a podcast
He's
episode.
either gonna send it to you or not send it to you. Either way.
The funny thing
So
is that when I upload the episode, it's my highest downloaded episode. How sick is the
yeah,
world?
fuck, of course, of course. Wait, did you say he doesn't know that you've used it on the
No,
podcast?
no, no. He doesn't. I
Oh,
did
he does.
when he told me the story. I said
Yeah,
to him, "Oh my god, that he didn't know how to podcast." And I said to him, "Oh
yeah.
my god, that's such a good true tall tale. Like I have a podcast where I tell true stories
Okay,
on my
okay,
own or
okay.
someone else's." And I said to him, could I tell that story? And he goes, yeah, go for gold. Like
Yeah,
it's go for.
nice,
So he
nice.
does know that I have permission to do it because I would never do
Yeah,
that
yeah.
otherwise.
No,
But I
of course,
don't.
and I know you wouldn't.
But I
Yeah,
don't think he listens to the podcast to know that I've actually done the
you've
episode
actually told
about
the
it. Yeah, yeah,
story.
no, no, no,
Yeah,
no.
yeah. Fair, 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 fair.
So, anyways, I kept Dr. Maddison, which we'll lead into when I told him the story that we left something out. So obviously at the how I like met him at the gym, but he was like previously at the competition that you were at as
Mhm.
well, that I was hosting and you were working
Yeah,
with me as
yeah.
well. He was, as I said to you on the phone today, he was yelling out, "Fuck you, Team U, Russell Brand! Fuck you, Team U, Russell Brand!" Because obviously you know like Russell Brand, I look like a cheap version of Russell
Team
Brand.
you Bottle Brown is so funny.
So
But
funny.
I didn't hear them say this at all. Like I didn't hear them saying
Yeah.
anything. I would have fucking pissed myself if
Yeah.
I heard that. I would have been laughing so
Well,
hard.
I have a good sense of humor. We have the same humor. So when he told me, I
Yeah, yeah, of
pissed
course.
myself
Yeah, of
laughing.
course.
And when I told Dr. Maddison that, he goes, Sonny, that's so funny. You've become friends with your bully.
Yeah, it's literally
But bully's a big word. I would actually say a heckler.
heckler. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
because you're emceeing as well, it's definitely heckler vibes for sure.
So he was a little legend, this guy. Like he was well, he's not little, he's just younger than us, but like he's such a
Mhm.
legend. He gave me that story. That's my highest downloaded episode now. So
Yeah,
thank
that's
you. Thank
crazy.
you so much to you, brother, for
Yeah.
giving me that story. People are loving it. Hey, listeners, just to stop the interview just quickly, and we will go back to Amy and I. I just wanted to say Levi contacted me to say that I got some facts wrong in the slurping story and the wingboard competition story. Just to let you know, when they rocked up to the wingboard competition, they were not drunk at all. They take it very seriously. I just assumed they were drunk because they were calling me Temu Russell Brand and heckling me. And I just thought that was a drunk thing to do when people heckle, but they weren't drunk, so apologies about that. And the other one was in the slurping story with the monkey. It wasn't a hostel. The monkey didn't climb through the window. It walked through the door. It was in Thailand. So I got some facts wrong. So apologize, Levi. I just wanted to correct that. And hopefully Levi can come on the show one day and tell it as it was, because I only heard this story once at the pub. So I thought I did pretty well of remembering that long story to where it is. But I just wanted to recap that because I found that funny that he told me that he was angry that I got some facts wrong. So I just wanted to let the listeners know that, and I wanted to let Levi know that, and he may come on the show one day with another True Tall Tale. Okay, back to the interview with Amy and I. So, segue now to... Oh, do you have any more questions about that, or can we move on?
Oh, yeah, move on. I just want to see the photo.
Yeah. All right, I'll ask you. Story with Dr. Madison. Obviously, he's one of my best friends. You know him as well. You love Dr. Maddison. I love Dr. Maddison. My listeners know Dr. Maddison. They don't know him, but I talk about him, obviously, so they know I call him Dr. Maddison because it's my first friend to become a doctor. Anyway, so I caught up with him not last week and the week before. He came and visited me, and we played.
Nice.
I have a tennis court, so we. I know, so bougie.
Fancy, so bougie.
Living on the beach. I have a tennis court.
I know. Who are you?
Moving up in the world. I know. So he, as you know, I love tennis, and he's like, let's go play tennis. So he came up and played tennis. Anyway, I was like, oh, how's the hospital now? Everything, like getting all these crazy stories he's telling me. Now, this leads into a story of two things. He goes, oh, I really need to tell you something about what people have been asking me at work. And I said, well, anyway, to reverse the story now, which I'm probably... Sorry, I have ADHD, as anyone knows.
Yeah, it's all good. So our conversations usually go.
When we worked at that bar and restaurant together in Sydney for 6 years together, or maybe 5 years, I think it was, Madison worked on the bar. I was his boss. I was the manager there, and Anyway, when we're working and doing a day shift together, like a double, as you know what doubles are like.
Yeah.
I was ready at work, and he came in maybe at like 5 o'clock or something, and I had a table of 20 of like people in their like 50s, I would say. And it was a whole table of 20, and they had like children with them and stuff like that. And where we worked next to the theatre in Sydney. So the theatre was next door, just to paint you a picture. And Madison walked in, and they must have thought he was a customer and not someone that worked there. So when he walked in, they looked at him and started clapping. Or the whole table, 20 of them, started clapping at Madison.
What?
You know Madison, he's quite shy, right? He's an introvert.
Oh, yeah, he would have been like, what the fuck is happening?
So, and I was on my lunch break or eating something. So they all start clapping, like clap, clap, clap. And they're all looking at him going, you're amazing. You're amazing. Thank you so much. We loved you. We loved you, like that. And in my mind, I'm like, wait, do they know Madison from when he was an actor back in the day as a child? As I told you, he was an actor as a child, but he's like 33 now. So it's like, I don't understand where, and this was like,
what's going on?
He would have been 29 when this happened. So he thought I said something. So he got embarrassed, went to get his apron to put on to work behind the bar, and come up to me and was like, what did you say to them? What did you say to them? Did you tell them I did acting as a kid? Why they were clapping and saying you're amazing? I'm like, I haven't said anything. I don't even know who they are. They're just my table. They're eating, they're drinking. I haven't said anything. It's like, why do they clap and say you're amazing? And then, so I went over to the table and I said, hey, and Madison was there, and I said, why are you clapping to him? Why are you clapping and saying he's good? And he's like,
who do you think he is?
Yeah. And they turn around the table. And like I said, they're in their 50s. And they're like, oh my God, we just come out of the theater. Now we're here for dinner. We just watched the show, and he was the main star. And he was amazing. He was amazing.
He was so good.
And I go, what the fuck? Like, because it sounded believable to me because he used to do acting and stuff. But when he was a child,
you're like, wait, did you not tell me that you were in a show today?
I actually thought he was in a show and he was hiding it from us because I was really confused because they all knew him and stuff. And he goes, that's not me.
And it's also weird that like the whole table, not just like one person recognized him.
The whole table. I kid you not, they all started clapping, and they were in their 50s and 60s and stuff. They had glasses on and stuff like that. And then Madison goes, that's not me. Like, I've just started work here. Like, I work here. Like, I'm not in a theater show. And they're like, oh, you look like the lead star. We honestly thought it was you. You look exactly like him. Anyway, we're like, oh, what's the name of the show? So they gave us the name of the show. So me and Madison ran into the office and obviously Googled the show. Get ready for the punchline.
Oh no.
I mean, it was an all Asian cast. And Dr. Madison goes, oh no.
Why is he blonde his hair?
No, he's a ringer, but we looked at the fucking and we looked at the main guy, and he does look like the main guy, because
Oh, does he?
Because Madison does have those like Asian-y eyes, not to be racist or anything like
Yeah,
that.
okay.
And clearly you and I know he's not like Asian, but they honestly
No.
thought, because he's got the pale
Oh my
skin, they
gosh.
thought, because you know when you're on stage as well and you got the
And the
lighting
lights
and
and
it's
everything.
clear,
Yeah, of
I can
course.
see, and
Yeah.
they're old. Well, they're not old, but they're in their 60s glasses. I can see how they thought it was it. And Madison got so embarrassed in the office. He goes, Sonny, they think that's me.
Like, how am I meant to come out back, like, come out to work and serve them now? Like,
And
you
like,
feel
do you know
like,
what he looked like? You know, like Chris Lilly, where he plays Ricky Wong, where he plays the Asian guy. Do you know Chris Lilly from Summer Heights High?
oh, yes, yeah, yeah, yeah. I didn't know
Yeah.
his name, but I know Summer Heights High
Oh, he
very
plays
well.
an
Yeah.
Asian guy. He's like, hey,
Yeah,
my name
yeah,
Ricky
yeah,
Wong.
yeah.
You in the Wong lab. Anyway, he kind of looked
Yeah.
like him. Anyway, so Madison and I were laughing so much, and they're like, "We're so
It's so
sorry. We thought
funny.
you were him." He's like, "No, that's not me." And I'm
It's
not.
definitely not me.
And I'm
And
not
I'm not
Asian.
Asian.
Like he's white, Scottish, blue eyes, but like has those almond eyes. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh,
Anyway,
yeah.
so ever since then, I've always said to Madison, like, I swear you're half Asian. Like, I reckon you're half. I reckon
Mhm.
your mum's cheated on your dad or something, and you're half Asian, and you don't know. He's like, Sonny, I'm definitely not half Asian. I look like my dad so much. I'm not half Asian. So we've always had that joke. Anyway,
Yeah,
nothing's ever happened from that, if that makes sense. So now
yeah.
Dr. Maddison is working in the hospital. He's in an emergency, and the other doctor said to him recently, which is where I'm going with this story, and said, Madison, like, what's your nationality? Are you like half Asian, half something else? Like, are you
Oh, no
Asian? And what's your other?
way.
You're Asian, and what's the other half? He goes, I'm not Asian. Why does everyone think I'm
Like, why are
Asian?
people calling me
So
Asian? What
everyone
the
at the
hell?
hospital thinks he's half Asian, like
Oh
Euro
my
Asian,
gosh.
like me. So so when he come to tennis, it's like, Sonny, I need to tell you something. I said, what? And he goes, so at the hospital, everyone keeps asking me if I'm half Asian. And I'm like, no, why do people keep asking me this? And then it goes into the story where they thought he was the lead actor in the all Asian
Oh my
cast.
gosh, that's
So,
so funny. Like, yeah, I don't think he looked Asian at all, but yeah, yeah, maybe I can see it a little bit, but
but it's just
that's
so
so funny.
funny now that he's
Especially at the
getting
like
this.
hospital as well. Like,
Oh, how
oh
funny
my
is
gosh,
that? I
bless
know. And
him,
because you know Dr.
bless
Madison.
him.
Anyway, I just thought it was funny because anyone that knows Madison, he's such a shy
Yeah,
guy,
yeah, he's so lovely, like just
introverted.
so nice, so lovely.
He wouldn't
Yeah,
be offended by it. He
probably
thinks it's
like no,
hilarious.
I also like probably wouldn't say anything either. I'd be like, okay, what?
So anyway, in whole, Dr. Madison, he's not Asian, but I thought it'd be a funny story because you know him.
Yeah.
The other true tall tale I had for you was, okay, you've been in Australia for a while now. Do you
Mhm.
know Aesop?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, of course you know Aesop, but have you ever
Yeah.
been to someone's house that has the Aesop hand wash?
I don't think so.
Have you tried
Maybe.
it?
I don't know. I don't really. I can't recall. Maybe I have. Maybe I haven't.
Have you tried it?
Have I tried it? What do you
Yeah.
mean?
Have you washed your hands with Aesop hand wash?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't really think about it.
You
So
would know. I don't think you
maybe
have.
would
Well,
I know?
when you
Okay.
do, it will honestly, it's like
Change my life,
it will
will it?
change your. I mean, look, it won't change your life, but it will change your life for hand soap. So, any of the
Wait,
list,
I need to look at it.
it's
Yeah.
gone
Okay. I don't think I
worldwide.
have.
It's gone worldwide now. So
Mhm.
Aesop's
Mhm.
worldwide. Any of the listeners who don't know what it is, it's an
Mhm.
Australian brand. It's become so big now because L'Oreal, the makeup company, actually bought it.
Mhm.
And Aesop is a shop that got started in Australia, and it's just really expensive. But when you walk past, it smells really good. It's always got these two
Yeah.
people. It's just it does other stuff, face creams, but their to go was their hand wash. And when you wash your hands with Aesop, you know what the bottle looks like. It looks rich as fuck. The labeling's amazing. And when you wash your hands and you pump it like that, they got like mandarin seeds that pop in your hand, like popping candy that pops in your
Oh,
hand. And
okay.
it
Yeah.
just
No, I
like
haven't had
literally
this.
makes your hands feel amazing. And it smells like
Kinda like
lime. And then, oh,
exfoliating
it
kind of?
exfoliates it,
Ooh.
it moisturizes it.
Yeah,
It's just
okay, nice.
so it costs $60 per bottle, just to let you know.
Oh,
That's
fuck that.
how expensive it is,
Okay,
and
fair enough.
you would only see it if you go to like a really rich shop or restaurant or someone's house that's really rich.
Yeah.
I remember the first time, I
I
think I
imagine MJ would have this in his house.
probably, I remember I went to someone's house and they had it and they didn't say
Yeah.
anything and they were rich. It was in Bondi and I washed my
Mhm.
hands and before I knew what Aesop was, this is years ago. And I
Yeah.
was like, "Oh my God, what the fuck is that hand soap? Like, that's amazing." They're like, "Oh, have you not had Aesop yet?" I'm like, "No." And they're like, "Oh, it's really expensive, Sonny." Like, don't get me
Mhm.
wrong. Like, I didn't get it. My mum bought it for me. I would never spend $60 on,
Yeah.
on hand wash. Like, it's just insane, $60. So
Yeah, it's a lot.
I started buying it for people. I bought it for my brother and his wife, my sister-in-law, like 4 years ago for their Christmas present, right?
Yeah,
$60
nice.
each. You don't want to buy it for yourself, but if someone gets it for your birthday or for Christmas,
It's
you're
nice.
really
Yeah.
excited to wash it. And when guests come over and they go to your bathroom, they always walk out and they
They're
go,
like, "Oh my
"Oh,
god,
Aesop,
fancy." Yeah.
fancy. How now, brown cow?" So if you next week or this week, if you can walk into the shop because they have it there and tap, just wash your hands with Amy
Mhm.
and then get back to me because it's
I
amazing. You'll
will
know
do,
what I'm
yeah,
talking.
okay,
And it's
I'll
all
try
different
it.
flavors and stuff.
Flavors.
Not flavors. You're not eating it.
Scents.
Scents. But try it because I know what you're like and you'll think of me with this
Mhm.
episode and you're like,
Oh,
whoa,
of course I
bro. Like,
will. I'll
anyway,
probably just think of you anyway.
exactly. It's so
You
good.
love your
So
hand washing.
where I'm going, I do love my hand. I don't buy Aesop. I
Mhm.
cannot afford Aesop. So where I'm going with this is um, I won't say the gym, but I went to my sister's gym a couple of weeks ago,
Oh,
maybe 3 months
yeah.
ago actually. And it's a really rich gym to the point that I couldn't afford to go there. It's like
Yeah.
$150 a week to go to the gym. Like imagine that.
Oh, oh
Yeah.
my
And it's
gosh.
insane. This gym's
That's
insane.
crazy.
It's literally like going to a fucking amusement park, like this gym. It's like in a high-rise building. You walk over a bridge, you go to all these different rooms. It's crazy. I'll send you the
Yeah.
Instagram. I just don't want to say it because then someone who hears this episode, that gym might change its procedures with it.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
So this gym is so rich. When you go to have a shower, it's like all these like Mexican hallways and stuff. When you walk, well, it looks Mexican. It's like that type of like stone and stuff. And against
Yeah,
the mirror
nice.
and stuff like that, it's got all like the Aesop there just to wash your hands. So when
Oh,
you have a shower, it's got Aesop in the wall to body wash and everything. So that's how rich this gym is, right? Like
mhm.
and it's chained to the wall, obviously, because they know how
Yeah, some
expensive
people
it is.
can't take it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
of course.
so I went to the gym with my sister and we went there and I was at the gym for 3 hours because like I said, it's like going to an amusement
Yeah,
park.
you
Like,
just, like, wanna stay there,
oh,
yeah.
it was amazing. Get your money's worth. And you can't even
Mhm.
like for my sister to bring me, you have to still pay for me to go, if that makes
Yeah,
sense. And
yeah, of course.
you can only go if someone is a member. Like it's very
Yeah,
exclusive.
you can't just go in, yeah.
No. Anyway, cut the story short, which never happened to me. My sister told me that when she goes there, she brings in her water bottle into the shower and she pumps her water bottle with all the
Fuck yeah,
Aesop
like, too right,
and
too
then
right.
goes home and then fills up her Aesop bottles at home. How smart!
Bro, that's so smart, like,
It's
100%.
so smart.
That's
It,
so smart, like, why would you not do that actually? Like, that's actually yeah, 100%.
yeah,
Good on her, good on
get
her.
your money's worth. Get your
Yeah,
money.
fuck bro, if spending 150 a week, then fuck yeah, like, they must know people must do that, like, come on, that must be a thing.
I know. Well,
So
it must. Well, I don't know if people know smart enough to do that because it's chained to the wall.
yeah,
Like, bring your water bottle in. Like, sometimes you don't think like
yeah.
that, but I saw it in the news, like on social media this morning, that Australians like they buy Aesop, but they don't chuck out their bottle, and then they buy the cheap hand soap and they pump
And they fill it up,
they
yeah.
fill up their
So
Aesop
it
with
looks like
that.
they've got the ears off,
So it
yeah,
looks like
fair.
that, and a lot of people that I know do it. They do it. They do it for that reason. So it's like you're living a
Yeah.
lie, right? And like unless you're like if it's not Aesop, like I said to you, like
Yeah, surely you'd have to get something similar,
it's
yeah.
not like wine where if I had $1,000 bottle of wine and then I had a $30 one, I probably wouldn't
Oh,
know the difference.
yeah, I wouldn't
If I
know either.
swapped it and I said this is $1,000 one, it would be like the placebo
Yeah,
effect. Like, oh my
placebo effect.
God, it's
Yeah,
amazing, a
literally,
thousand
you're
dollar
like,
one.
"Oh, yeah, I can really taste the
Yeah.
tannins." Yeah.
But with the
Oh my god.
Aesop one, I don't think
Yeah.
you would
I'd
know the
also be like,
difference.
I'd be scared, like, if I was in the shower doing that, like, someone would walk in and see me doing it, like, I don't know,
That's so
in the
funny.
gym. Like, I'd be, like, hiding, like, "Run away."
Oh, I've actually got another True Tall Tales small one for you. So
Oh
I was
my
at the
gosh,
gym
stop
2 days ago. Anyway, after the gym, if I can, because it's always like not booked out, but there's people in it. I said only two
Mhm.
people can fit it. Have you had an infrared sauna yet?
I have, they're
They're
so good, I love
amazing.
it,
So do
yeah.
I. Where do
Because
you go? Is
well,
it?
we went to one. We did like the spa day with the girls, and they had an infrared sauna there. It's in Glebe. I don't know
Yeah.
what the name of the place
Mm.
is, but yeah, because in like the dry sauna and the wet sauna, I just get too like it's too much for me
Well, it's hard
sometimes. Like
work.
I'm in there and I enjoy it, but then I'm like, get me the fuck out. But the
Mm.
infrared one, like you can't really tell that much. Like
Well,
just
that's why they're
it's
popular now
so good.
because they're
Yeah,
easier to handle, so people can handle, and
so
you
easy to
still can.
handle it.
Yeah, because it's not like drying out because it's done by the the infrared light. I think that's how it
Yeah,
works.
exactly. Yeah.
So that's free at my gym, right? So when it's free, like I was like,
Nice.
fuck.
That's so
So
nice.
anytime I finish like yoga or my gym session, I'll like go in there, and if like no one's
Oh,
in there, I'll go
100%.
straight in there, bring
Yeah.
my earphones in, and I'll go in. Or if someone else in there, you
Hmm.
just sit like next to them, and it's fine. They either talk to you or they don't. They got earphones in, and you shut
Yeah,
your eyes. You know what I
exactly.
mean? And I always do 45-minute sessions. Anyway,
Oh,
and that's how I met my friend that I told you about from the wing boy
yeah.
competition, the heckler. So I was in there 2 days ago, and I had my eyes shut and I was listening to a podcast, not my own. And a guy walked in and he sat there, and then he said it was his first time or something. So I'm like, oh, I'm an expert. My sister, because my sister has one at her house, and I was like, oh, like these are easier for you. It's good for your collagen and your muscles, etc.,
Hmm.
etc. Anyway, he had a cough and he's like cough like that. He's like, I'm so
Oh
sorry. And he
God.
had like, so I'm like, that's okay. And like, he was covering his mouth and stuff. And
Okay,
I
good.
don't think it could spread in there anyway, because how coughs work is it needs to attach to moisture in the air. There is no moisture, I guess, because it's dry,
Oh,
hot air, I guess.
there we go. Yeah.
I learned that from Dr. Maddison.
Yeah,
Um,
of course it
yeah.
is.
So anyway, and then you know me, I'm a little bit of a germaphobe. And he was being
Yeah.
polite and he goes, oh,
That's
I'm
why
so,
I said, ooh.
yeah. And then he said, oh, do
Yeah,
you want
now
me to
that
get
you've been
out?
trapped in a room, you'd be like, fuck this.
And I said, yeah. And I was like, he goes, you want me to get out? I said, no, 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 no. Because I thought if it's bad, I'll just get out. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, how long have you had your cough for? Like I'm a doctor. And he goes,
Yeah,
oh,
I know.
I've had it for, he goes, that's funny you say that. I've never had a cough this bad before. I've had it for like over a week and a half now. And I said, oh, a week and a
Mm,
half. He goes, yeah. And I go, oh, that's okay. You wouldn't be contagious. Because as you know, you're contagious in the first 3 days.
yeah.
And if you've got a cough, it could be bronchitis or things like that. So I was kind of
Yeah, it
fine with
could
that.
be
And he
anything.
was covering. And when he said over a week, I was like, oh, okay, like maybe just go to the doctors. And I was like, what color is your, I said, have you got mucus? And he's like, yeah, it's
Why
like,
are you asking
I know,
this? Just a
you know,
random stranger.
I know. And do you know what's funny? You know what's funny about this? Madison's like,
He
Sonny, you're
answered,
not a doctor. You can't be
yeah,
giving them.
diagnosing people.
And I said, yeah, but I'm learning from you. So things that you tell
I don't
me,
think that's how it works.
that's what he
You've
said.
heard like two things and you're like, oh, I'm an expert now.
No, but I do know green mucus, just so you know as well, and the listeners who don't
Okay,
know,
go on.
means you've got an infection, right? And it's bad. If
Okay.
it's really dark green, it's kind of bad. You got an infection, you need to go to doctors, maybe get what's those tablets called that aren't good for you but good to fix you, and antibiotics or something like
Yeah.
that.
Oh, yeah.
So
Okay.
you might need that. And I said, great. And he goes, oh, it's kind of like kind of like lighter green white. I said, okay, white's good. That means it's not good. Green's like, infected and stuff like that. And then Madison's like, Sonny, you're not a doctor. I was like, I know. Anyway,
I can just imagine you having this conversation
I
with some
know.
random
I know,
person.
random
I
person
love
that's
that he's answering your questions though. Like
I
I'd be
know,
like,
you've just
good
gone in,
fuck
it's his first
you.
time in a sauna. I'm like, and
Yeah.
what color's your
He
mucus?
trusts you. He trusts you.
Yeah, and then anyway, we're talking, and I was like, he goes, "Oh, I just moved here," and I was like, "No way, I moved
Yeah,
here
me
4 months ago. Well, 4 months ago,
too.
I'm new to the area." And he goes, "Yeah, I've just moved here. I'm from Barcelona, Spain." I was like, "Fuck, I love Barcelona." That's where I went for Georgie's Bucks, and
Yeah, nice.
and he was like, "Yeah," and I said, "Oh, where? Like, did you just get here?" And he's like, "Yeah, but not." He goes, "I've been traveling for 6 months, as everyone does." He goes, "I've just been for 6 months traveling in like the Philippines and Thailand and
Nice,
Vietnam and blah blah." I
nice.
said, "Nice, bro. I'm so jealous. Good for you." And he goes, "But now I'm here and I've got my working visa." And I was like, "Oh, dude, I have so many foreign friends and stuff." And he's like, "Yeah, good, good." So we're like chatting and stuff, like for
Yeah.
no, and so the conversation's going. And I always say in those saunas, distraction's good. Distraction's good because you
Oh,
don't know
100%.
how
Especially
long
being
you're
in
in.
there for 45 minutes as well. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And he even said, he's like, "Oh, it's my first time." But we ended up being in there for like 30 minutes from talk. He's like, "Wow,
Hmm.
this is so good." And we're like sweating. We need to get out. Um,
Yeah.
anyway, where I'm going with this, you'll find this really funny. So he's like a typical, like, nice guy, Barcelona, like plays soccer, but like we had,
Hmm.
conversations. And he goes, and then he went back to his cough, and I was like, and he's like, "Oh, I'm so," I'm like, "That's okay, like it's fine.
Yeah, don't stress.
If I
It's
get it,
fine.
I'll hunt you down at the gym." Anyway, and then he's like, you'll laugh at this, such a European male thing to say. He's like, "Oh, like," this is not his accent. I'm just trying to do his
Yeah,
accent. Yeah, yeah,
just,
he
yeah,
has very
it's
good
fine.
English, by the way. He's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, like, I think I know why I'm sick." I was like, "Why?" And he goes, "Well, I've never had a cough like this before. And when I was, traveling for 6 months, I was just having so much sex, in every country, sex, 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 sex." And why I got into this, I said, "Oh, have you been partying and taking drugs or
Yeah, of
drinking
course.
alcohol? Is that
Yeah.
why?" He goes, "No, I don't
Or
take drugs."
smoking or
And he
anything.
goes, "I don't even smoke and I don't really drink that much." And I was like, "Oh, okay. So like,
Mm.
how do you think you got the coffee?" He goes, "Because I'm not having sex since I got to Australia. And when I was overseas, I was having so much sex. And he goes, and that's true, right? Like when you have sex, your immune system's really good. And then when you're not, you get a bad immune system. I go, no, dude. There's a lot of people who don't have sex and they're not sick, dying on the streets.
Oh my god.
And he's like, and I'm pissing myself.
He's like, I
laughing.
just need to get laid. I need to get laid, and my cough will go.
Yeah, my cough will go. I just need some pussy. Like my
Somebody
cough will
make me better, please.
I know,
Somebody
please.
help me.
Help
Like,
me.
come on, guys.
And I was like, are you
Help
being
me.
serious? He goes, is that not a real thing? I said, no, bro. I'm not a doctor, but I'm telling. I said, if anything, you may
You're
have.
like, I was a doctor up until this point, and now I'm not a doctor anymore.
I said, if anything, bro, like you may have a lot of STIs if you're not using protection.
you might
with all
just
that
be
stuff.
actually fucking sick from sex.
Yeah,
The
you might
sex
actually
might have
be.
made
You
you
might
sick.
have caught something, but I don't think
Something, yeah.
there's no STI of catching a cough from sex. So
No, I don't know.
no.
But he might have like someone else might have had a really bad cough and he's been
Yeah,
proximity
exactly.
to them, you know, and
Anyway,
they
he was cracking up laughing, and I was like,
oh my gosh,
bro, that's
bless
so
him.
funny.
So
So,
funny.
and then he was like, oh no, you don't know what Pacific Fair is. He's like, oh, it's like, what have you been doing since you've been? He's like, oh, I've been going to Pacific Fair, and I'm like, the mall? And he's like, yeah, and I'm like, why? And he's like, I live next door to it, so it's such a big mall. I just walk around. I was like, that's so
Oh,
funny, bro.
bless.
And then yeah, so then like got out of the sauna and stuff, and then I went to leave the
Hmm.
gym, and then he's like, Sonny, what is your podcast? And I was like, oh, I was like, it's
Oh,
up. And he's like, no, I love podcasts. I listen to it. I was like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, is it okay if I get your Instagram as well? Let's like hang out at the gym and do gym. And I was like, yeah, bro, new
yeah,
friend. I was like,
friends, new
yeah. So new
friends.
friend.
Oh,
Like,
sweet.
so if you ever want to make a new friend, just go to a
Just go to a
two-person
fucking
infrared
sauna,
sauna.
yeah. Sounds like a plan.
And I guess it's like a holiday desolation where I am at the moment as well. So a lot of people are coming in that
Yeah, of
don't know
course.
people and stuff. So
Yeah, you're in an area where it's like, yeah, a lot of people don't know people yet. So,
So
yeah, good
there's
place
my
to
true
make
tall
friends.
tales for you and the
I enjoyed
listeners as
them.
well, right?
They were
Like they're
great.
all good.
They were
Like
good ones.
they're good
They
ones
were good
because
ones.
you're
Yeah.
involved in two of them.
Yeah.
Dr.
Two of them?
Maddison, yeah,
Oh,
two
Dr.
of them,
Maddison and the
and
yeah.
you met
The
your
the the
the
Temu Russell Brand.
yeah, the Temu Russell Brand, which is like, and you know that, hey, like I remember when I first become friends with you years ago, and I told
Mm,
you because I moved back from Canada, and that's when I met you, and I started
yeah.
working with you, and I said to you, oh man, like and you're English, so obviously you know Russell Brand, and
Yeah. I love Russell Brand.
this is before he
Love.
got cancelled, listeners as well. This
Yeah.
is pre, and then I said, oh,
Free.
when I moved back, when I got to Canada, like I'd go out at nighttime, and people would stop me at the bars and go, excuse
Mm-hmm.
me, oh my god, can we get a photo with you? I can't believe it's you. And I'm like, me? Why? And they're like, aren't you Russell Brand? I'm like, no, I'm not Russell Brand. And then when I first met you, go, oh, fuck off. You look nothing like Russell
I
Brand. Like,
literally was. I was like, you
yeah,
look nothing like
like
him. What are you
nothing,
talking about?
blah,
Like,
blah.
blah, blah, blah.
And
Yeah.
then the plot thickens, listeners. Amy and I become friends. We realize we get along really well. We start hitting the
Yeah.
bars. We love dancing. We
And
love
then I
karaoke.
then a little bit, I was like, okay, maybe I can see it a little
And
bit, but
apparently,
like not enough to be like, you look like anyone would think you look like him.
because I've
Like,
got the same
I was like, okay,
mannerisms and people say that I talk like
yeah,
because I'm quite
yeah.
eccentric, right? And
Yeah.
then as we know this as well, Amy like put a sock in her mouth. We would go out and I'm telling you, this has happened more than once.
It
Where
happened.
you
Oh
tell
my
her like how
gosh.
often does it happen? Like too
Bro, it would
regular,
happen
hey.
all the time. Like I remember the first time, like, yeah, someone like sent drinks over and then like I was like, oh, like, is it hot boys or something? Like, and he was just like, no, he looks, isn't this Russell Brand? What?
I know, that's what
I
I
was like,
mean.
what the hell?
I've been with you, and people send drinks to our
Literally.
table and go, "These drinks." We're like, "Who
Oh,
are they?" Like, "Hey, it's for Russell Brand." We're like, "Hey," and you're like,
yeah, what
"He's
the
not
hell?
Russell Brand." And then you started going
I was
along
like,
with
how did
it.
this happen? Yeah, of course, bro, of course. We're like, yes, just here with good old Russ.
And to the point now where it happened, if you and I worked together, it happened when we were out, and then it got
Yeah.
to the point where you and I would be, because you're like me, right? You love strangers and talking to people, and
Hmm.
like, and we'll talk, and then they would go, and you'd start finishing the sentence, and you know it was coming. They're like, "Hey, has anyone told you?" And you're
And you're
like,
like, fucking
"Yeah," and
hell,
you're
here
like,
we go
"Here we
again.
go again,"
Go
like,
again.
and it is on a rego, hey.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
so weird.
So look, I never used, because you think you look like you, but I have seen photos of him and I thought it was me.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
he
that's
has
so funny.
he
Yeah.
has
You
exactly
do
the
look,
same eyes as me. Eyes.
yeah, you do. And I think it's just the hair and the beard, and it's definitely the mannerisms, I think, as well, a
But I'm
lot. Like,
brown. But like I guess
no,
he
well, that's why I was at first like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, you're brown, he's white. Like, how can anyone confuse it? But I suppose when you're like when we're in a club and it's a bit darker, like, I
That's
don't know.
true. And because I have so
You
many
know, it's the
British
dark
friends like you,
features.
I have a
Yeah.
British accent sometimes and I can't help it.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, can't
Yeah.
help it.
Can't help it.
Can't
Yeah,
help
you
it.
do grummy
You
all
used
the
to,
time.
and also when I become friends with you as well, you're like, do you know you're speaking? Are you just putting that on just for like just trying to? I'm like, because you know how people do that when they like when you have a friend
Yeah.
who leaves high school and they go to like America for 2 weeks and they come back like, hi Amy,
For
oh my
2
god,
weeks,
American. Like,
literally.
fuck off. You went there for 2 weeks. I got American accent. So
I
you.
did that in high school, in primary school, I think, once. I have an American cousin. She spent like 6 weeks here, and I came back to school. I was like, I'm so American now.
I know, no, but the American one's kind of catchy
So
to
dumb.
do. Like,
It is catchy,
the only thing I
yeah.
said when I got back from Canada that I couldn't help was I kept saying four.
Four. Yeah,
Four,
okay.
like number four,
Four.
and I just
Number
couldn't
four.
help it, and I wasn't even intentionally doing it.
Intentionally just doing it, yeah.
But people know if you have a British friend and you hang out with them and you're drinking with them and you're drunk, sometimes you go into a British accent because it's. I look at it like it's a you're meeting them halfway. Like I love you as a friend,
Yeah.
and I feel like
Cute.
I'm meeting you halfway and just speaking your language and stuff. That's how I feel. So I'm not putting it on; it just naturally
No, it
comes
just
out.
like comes out, yeah. It's just when you're drinking as well.
Do you say anything Aussie now that you've been in for culture? Do you say nay,
No,
nay?
I don't, well, to be fair, I don't think I do, but when I go back home, they don't say I have an Aussie accent. They just like some words like have an Aussie twang. Like I don't
Yeah.
notice it at all, and nobody in Australia would think it, like, because I'm obviously very fucking English.
Did
But
Julie say that you say anything? Like, does she? Does
yeah,
she?
yeah, all the time, like my mom, my friends, and I'm just like, obviously I don't hear it,
No,
but
that's what I mean. You
they
don't
say like some
know.
like maybe like phrases that I say that are so natural now to me that I just think are normal. Like I say,
100%.
yeah, nah, all the time, kind of.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
so, but I don't think, definitely don't have a like the accent at all. But
I
yeah,
do
who
love
knows?
how Aussies say, "How are you? Yeah, good, thank you. Yeah, good, thanks." You're not
Yeah,
even
how you going?
asking.
Yeah, how you going?
Hey,
Yeah, yeah,
guy.
good. Yeah, how you going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
well, that was
good.
fun. Do you have
That
anything?
was
Do you
fun.
have anything to say, or you just co-host?
Uh,
So you're good.
no, I'm just co-hosting, just listening today.
No, that's
So
good. You know, well, you're more than welcome to come on anytime. If you have a because I know
hmm
you, you'll something will happen, and when it does, this is what I do: write it in notes on your phone.
Yeah,
Say,
I need to like
remind me to tell
think to
this to
like
Sunny, because
fucking
that's
say it to you.
because all these
Yeah.
things that I've gotten down, like when Madison said that Asian thing about him being Asian stuff, I wrote it in my phone straight away because I found it
Yeah, yeah,
so
of
funny,
course.
and I didn't know who I was going to tell or what episode I was going to do it on. I just know it was a true tall tale
You're like, I need to tell it.
that I
Yeah.
need to be spoken about. So yeah. So you're welcome to come on the show. And like a
Thank
lot of
you.
my
Thank
friends are at the
you.
moment to tell a story or be a co-host. And I also think it's fun because we get to hang out on the phone together on this podcast.
Yeah.
And
And it just feels
B,
so natural as well.
it
Like
does feel
not being in, I
natural.
think it's like not being in like when we did the other one, it's like the camera set up and everything. Like that's not something I'm used to doing. Whereas now, like we're just having a conversation on the phone
Exactly.
as we normally would do anyway. Like, we had a normal phone call this morning. So yeah,
And
it's
everyone
good.
says the same thing. So it's good. So
Mm.
feel free to write anything down. And I always said as well to my guests, my friends, whoever, strangers, I always say that like 20 years from now, 30 years from now, when you're
Yeah, this will be
older
good
and
to look
stuff,
back
it will
on.
always exist
Yeah,
and it will always exist on YouTube. So stories that you
that's
forget, you will
true.
go, oh my God, I forgot this. And you press play and you're like, oh, I forgot so much about that. And then you'll go, and
Yeah,
it'll always
that's
exist. And
true.
I think that's really cool because that's opening up a
That's really
memory
nice.
that you forgot about.
Yeah, you might have forgot about.
And
Yeah.
that, because podcasts are still new, right? They didn't exist 10 years ago.
Hmm.
Like, and that's what's really cool about it. So,
Yeah, that's cool. Actually, I
um,
didn't think about it that way. So, all
exactly.
right.
Well, I will let you
I think of some.
sleep. Think of
Hmm.
some. Message me. So good to
Hmm.
speak to you this morning and again
You
tonight. I
too.
always appreciate your time and you as a person, and you always
Oh,
make me laugh.
stop it, girl.
And I loved hearing what you told me this morning on the phone. We'll keep that to ourselves. So thank you so much. I'm so happy, and I will talk to you soon.
Okay, thank you
All
so
right. Bye.
much.
Bye, listeners.
Bye.
Tune in. Bye.
Bye.